My name's David Salisbury. This is a 1943 Wilys Jeep. It was demobbed in 47 and it was built by Woodall Coach Builders up in Wolverhampton. They built roughly about 12. This is the only survivor. And this one was delivered to the 21st Earl of Shrewsbury in 1947. I've got the green logbook. We've restored it much right the way back to how the pictures that we've managed to get out the catalogue. And she runs and drives, and all the timber's been made out of ash. It's crudely done how it would have been. It was found in a garage up in Norwich by the third owner. The Earl sold it, and then it went to somebody in Derbyshire, I think, then went to Norwich, and then it was pulled out then about 2004. Then it was restored by a gentleman who I know who restores Jeeps, Cliff Harris, and basically it was from 2004 to about 2007 to restore it. Not full time, but I can drive it. I've got a World War II Wilys Jeep as well, and it's just different, and it is one of one now. Yeah, to get over the laws, the tax laws after the war, where you didn't have to pay purchase tax, vets had them, estate managers had them, and that was the way to go. So anything that they converted after the war, it was what was surplus, really. So there's the original.
Gosh.
And we changed it to 2 doors at the back because somebody did change it afterwards to 2 doors.
Oh, interesting. Look at that.
Right. So and this one's got rounded fenders on. And they even turn a Jeep into a sports car.
Good gracious me.
But anything...
Isn't it great?
Like an old Humber.
Yeah.
Studebaker. They could, anything they could get hold of. And they're still going, these people, but they're in BMW garage.
Whereabouts are they?
Wolverhampton. Just outside.
How long, do you know when they started?
Or before the war, they've been a coach builder. So anything after.
Great old building.
The garage itself was built between 35 and 36.
Yeah. Does it still exist as we sit?
It's a BMW dealership now.
Okay.
On the site.
Right.
Because I researched all this and managed to company pictures, and I've still got the green logbook.
Wow. Yeah.
And all the owners.
How interesting. Look at that.
And the Earl of Shrewsbury.
So where have you come from today?
Windsor.
Oh, fairly local then.
Yeah, it's not far.
Yeah, it's a nice day for it as well.
Yeah.
Do you come to Brooklands much?
I came a couple of years ago to the New Year's Eve one.
Yeah.
Name is Robert Pedler. This is my car. It's a 1933 Rolls Royce 2025. The interesting point is the coachwork, which is the coach builder is Freestone and Webb, and it's known as a 2-position sedan coupe. It's the only 2 doors. The back coach you see is folded back at the moment, but the rear is fixed, and the hood irons are false, just as a design feature. I haven't owned it very long. It's only come to me in last December, so I'm still learning a lot about it. I've had others in the past, but this is completely new to me, and there is work required, as there always are with old cars. The history is pretty well known from new. It's had a variety of owners, but it did fall into hard times in the 60s and was restored about 20 years ago. It's an unusual body style, but if you look at the detail work, grooves to the bonnet and into the scuttle as well, and a very nice sweeping wing line with the trouser crease. There's some very good mouldings here, and the rear wings particularly also, again, the trouser crease is repeated. Little unusual features which, when built, caused to the maker additional problems and extra expense to do. The boot actually has the tool tray in the boot lid, which is a very comprehensive set of tools that actually makes the boot lid very heavy. And of course a rear-mounted spare wheel. But actually clearly you can see the hood irons, as I say, the rear is fixed. Now, engine-wise, this is, I would say, a 2025, about 25 horsepower, 3.6 litre, not to be confused with the big Phantom, which is about 7 litres and a much bigger car. So it's fairly compact for a Rolls-Royce at the time. I say, well, today as I've come from near Epsom, which is only 10 miles away, and it's the longest single trip I've done so far. So we're going along very slowly and gently. There's lots of jobs to do. And one point is that the clutch is slipping, so that's all got to have to come out very, very shortly. Otherwise, not too bad. The engine is quite good, but there's lots of details to check over and look at. So we're not trusting it completely at this stage.